Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Tejano Virtual Events. We're going to have some good information for you today. This session is on the EPCC Gardening Club, and it's going to be presented by Mr. Asasi. Before we begin, I would like to mention that this session will be recorded, so you can come back to it later if you need to, and also, so anyone who missed out on today's event will be able to come back and watch it. Also, I'd like to mention that this event will provide Tejano Passport points. We will post the code on the chat towards the end of the session. If you have any questions on Tejano Passport points, please let us know at the end of the session. So now at this time, please mute your mics for the best sound experience. Otherwise, the feedback could interfere with the information we'll be sharing today. Without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to Mr. Isasi. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Yes, hello everyone. Yes, my name is Mr. Isasi Alberto, and I'm an instructor here at the Transmountain campus. And I want to share some information that I have, for everybody here present. But before I start, I'm going to share my screen. This way, you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. I do a PowerPoint presentation, and I like to use animation. Okay, let me get here real quick. Okay, now at the beginning, I wanted you guys to actually fill a survey out because I need to come up with some data because I got to present like a poster session in Atlanta because I'm part of Project Access. So I'm trying to get some information from all sorts of faculty, students, wherever it is. This way I can present some of the data. The main goal for this presentation is to see if I can change students' mind on how they think about mathematics, like in the real world. And I use gardening because I have a passion for mathematics and also for gardening. So I'm going to use those two passions that I have to see if I can convince my students or anybody else how to appreciate mathematics. Okay, now hopefully you guys had a chance to fill out the survey. Okay, I'm gonna wait like another 2 minutes while you guys do that. And in the meantime, I'm going to present a PowerPoint what you're going to be learning today. For example, gardening and mathematics, this is the name of my PowerPoint. You're going to learn how to do area, perimeter, how to come up with an exponential function, estimating cost for projects, total price, which is number of items times price per item, and a Fibonacci sequence. Okay, now right before COVID, I was trying to start a gardening club here at the Transmountain campus, and because of COVID, it was postponed. But anyway, this is my proposal when I actually presenting a workshop during Development Week. Okay, let me read it to you guys. Okay, it says many people turn to gardening and landscaping during COVID-19 virus pandemic. Gardening has many health benefits such as reducing stress, improves self-esteem, combating dementia, and many other benefits. I will share some projects I have done to motivate students and faculty to use gardening and landscaping projects to deal with stress. I will show before and after pictures of transformations on yards, patios, and offices while relating it to mathematics and as a source of motivation to never quit what you start. Hey guys, during the pandemic, I try to do some research on the top hobbies. During for those 2 years, I think when the pandemic was at full strength. And here are the topics that I found. These are the 15 most popular hobbies in the order. Okay, I figured that here gardening is number 9, but I really thought that the video games was going to be like in the top 5 or so because most students or most young kids, young adults, they like to play video games. But this was throughout the world. Okay, because the pandemic of COVID was throughout the world, not just here in the United States. That's why many other countries, they can afford video games and stuff. That's why video games is number 10. But eventually, if you read all these top hobbies, I was guilty of doing some of these. For example, during the pandemic where we were isolated, I used to, number 3, I worked out. I did DIY. I did things myself. Also, I did gardening. That was my favorite one. Well, those are my top 3. And eventually, some of you guys can relate to some of the hobbies that are here. Okay, now, Also, this as I mean, before I did the proposal for the students, because I was trying to get the students' attention, I mean, to join the gardening club, I had to show them some kind of evidence that how it works. So this is what I show my students, and also whoever was interested, I would show them this proposal for the students. I mean, I mentioned I would like to know if you are interested in forming a gardening mini landscaping club. The purpose of this club is to create ideas on improving the scenery of your home, which is inside and outside, office, how to clone plants by clipping cuttings from it, and how to relate it to mathematics. I believe since COVID-19, we have been affected in different ways, and by learning how to improve the scenery of our home, it will benefit us physically, mentally, and spiritually. I am not an expert, but I will share with you some of the projects I have done. We can all share ideas to improve the scenery where we live and work. So this was the PowerPoint that I gave to my students, and then I had a whole bunch of response. I believe when I first started, like a lot of students wanted to join the gardening club because they saw the PowerPoint that I'm about to show you. Okay, the main function of the gardening club is going to be plants, indoor and outdoor plants. This actually plant here, it came from a house. It's called like a canna lily. Okay, outdoor plants. You see there it is. The same picture came from a yard back in 2000 and I believe 2018 or 19. You see canna lilies come in different colors. You see they're all from the canna lily family. But these two can actually grow in water. You can cut part of with a bulb, and it can begin growing in water. And you might be thinking, well, how do you know that? Because I did a lot of experiments. You see, all these are clippings from a bulb, and I put them in water, and they begin to root. Okay, only these two can grow in water. There's other different colors and different, from the same family. For example, this is another one. You see all different colors, and these all came from my backyard. Okay, some of these plants produce seeds, but all will reproduce exponentially by forming buds on the bulb, which eventually will form another plant. I actually came up with a word problem for my student, and I showed them how to come up with a function, which I'm going to show you later on this PowerPoint. But anyway, these will not grow on water because if you put them on water, after like a week or two, the bulb begins to rot, and then it smells kind of foul. There's like a foul smell. That means that these cannot grow in water, but the first two that I showed you, those can grow in water. As I go through my PowerPoint, if you have any questions, you can raise your hand up because I'm sharing my screen, but I have another screen here on my office, and I can see if somebody has a question. So, okay, so don't hesitate to ask or to stop me. Okay, now, these are more canna lilies. You see there's different more. And some of these I have planted here at the Transmountain campus. Some of these, this container is kind of big. It looks kind of smaller, but it's real big. And I like to give plants to students, to people. I mean, whoever needs plants, I like to share what I have with anyone. And these plants can grow on the ground or planters. You can make arrangements of different plants on planters and give them as gifts. For example, when I first started school, I used to go to VV. I was there as a student, as a work study, as a tutor, and then eventually as a part-time instructor. And then I came to Trans Mountain because I applied for the tenure track, and I was hired here at the Trans Mountain campus. But I have given numerous plants at VV and also at TM. and I mean, this one here in the middle, I believe I gave it to the dean there to Mr. Amaya back in like 2018, 2017, because I like to make things actually, look nice. Especially at the outside. And these planters will look wonderful anywhere. You see, this one here I gave to my mom for Mother's Day. That's huge. When I barely came to Trans Mountain, this ones here have like a little story. I was giving plants to the faculty here. Whoever needed, whoever wanted plants. This is a canna lily. You see, this one. I took out a piece and actually put it in like a little container. So somebody from here from TM came and approached me and say, "Are you the guy giving away plants?" I said, "Sure. Do you want one?" And she she mentioned, yes, I would like that. So I made her this this plant here, this container with the plant. And then, but when I went to take it to her office, there was another person there, another lady. So to me, it's not nice to give somebody something, right? And then not the other person that's there in the room. So I made her another one for her. So these two I gave to people here at the Trans Mountain campus when I barely got here in 2019. Now there's also more plants. This is called like elephant ears. Elephant ears are humongous. This picture here doesn't make any justice how big they are, the leaves, and that's why here I put my hand so you can know exactly how big these elephant ears are. These come back year after year. It's a big bulb that you can plant. They come back year after year. I have some of these here at the Trans Mountain campus. Okay, like I said here, all these plants come back every year. You can combine different planters and actually so you can make your own arrangement, different colors and stuff, and this will look real nice in your backyard or in your front yard or by your office inside your outside your office. This can grow outside too. You see here different pictures. And like I put here, guys, like I said, this video, this PowerPoint was intended for the students. That's why I put here. I have bulbs ready to share with members of the gardening club, and I will show you how to clone them to get more. Okay. This is also another indoor plant. This is called a golden pothos. This one here, where I have the PowerPoint. Where I have here the mouse clicking. If you cut it here, they're called knots. If you cut it like a centimeter or two below the knot and then put them in water, they can actually begin to grow. You see, for example, I took a few knots from here, put them in the water, and then they begin to grow some roots. After they grow roots, you can plant it in a planter with soil. You see, there it is. So all these actually grow. You can make a lot of clippings. And then I already showed this process during the meeting. Now this is called, a spider plant. This came also from my office. This is like the mother plant. And then it begins to shoot little spiders, right? That's why it's called like the spider plant. But in Spanish, it has like a weird name. It's called like the mala madre, like the bad mom, because it says that it throws all the offsprings away, throw them out. That's why it's called the mala madre, which means translates to the bad mom in English. You see all these are the little clippings here. This plant produced all these right here, all these plants here. You see, this plant was in my office, so all these are the offsprings. You see, all you do is cut the clipping and put it in water. Once it begins to root, you can actually plant them in soil, and they begin to root. They begin to grow. And this process I already showed to the students from the gardening club. And all these plants can bring your office to life. Plants would add life to your office or to your yard. Here you can transform your office. When I barely got this office, it needed some improvements, so I just went to Lowe's and I bought some of those canvas pictures. I bought a microwave, so because I like to stay real nice and clean where I'm at. That's why now I enjoy being here in my office. This is where I spend most of my time on my house and also here in my office. And now it's also at the garden outside, which I'm going to show you guys later how it looks here at the Trans Mountain campus. The courtyard. You see? Like I put here at the bottom, I feel very comfortable in my office. It brings me a sense of peace and relaxation. Okay, now here's where I begin to get the attention of the students. Okay, this was my backyard, so I'm going to show you a picture like before. Okay, this picture was taken in 2013. Okay, but I wish I want a picture before that, because before that, when my wife bought that house in 2010, the backyard was real ugly, like real bad. So this is already it looks nice compared to the way it used to look. But again, this is in February 2013, and now look at the transformation, guys. You see, this is like six years later. And this, I like to use this analogy, for students, coming back to school, like older generations, like non-traditional students, or even students when they decide to come back to school. I make the analogy that this is them, right? Or this is us for me, for myself too. When I came back to school at the age of 43, you come back with a purpose. So this is when you decide to go back to school, the picture on the left. And then your goal is to keep your eye on the big picture, which is a picture on the right. This can be anybody when they graduate or when they're going to start working at their job. You always keep focus on the big picture. So people ask me, how did you go from the left picture to the right within 6 years? Well, I had an idea. When you have an idea, then you begin to construct it. For example, if you think, or if somebody tells you, you know what, I want you to do this for me, right? Or I mean, help me. If your mind is not into it or your heart is not into it, you're not going to finish. Because what motivated me going from the left picture to the right picture was that I could picture it. I could picture something beautiful. Once you do that, you begin to construct it. Same thing when you come back to school or when you start school, college. You think about where you are right now, but you always keep focus on where you want to be. You want to graduate and start making good money right at your job. That will keep you motivated. So this is what I preach to my students all the time. You keep focus on the big picture. Okay. You see, the process was not, was not easy. Okay. You see, it went from there to there, like in about 5 months. And like I said, I put here that I was in my hands and knees because I didn't know they had equipment back then. So I did it all by hand. Now, I wouldn't do it by hand. Now I would use machinery, right? But at that time, I didn't know. I don't know how to do that with machinery. And again, all this, I began doing it without even knowing nothing how to construct. About construction. I just started it because I was tired of living in my backyard the way it was. So I decided to try to transform it. See, you can see a big difference. You see this picture on the left. This is a picture on the right. What about 5 years later? But if you notice here on the side of the stucco, it began to come off. And the reason why, because like I said, I'm not an expert, and at the beginning I didn't know how to construct. I started to construct it, but I forgot to put dry lock. Dry lock is like a paint that you put in there that will lock the moisture from going in and from coming out. So I didn't know I had to do that. You know what I'm saying? But I learned something. And this can be like the analogy of when, say, you're coming back to school, right? This can be the analogy of a flunk exam or a flunk quiz, right? But it's fixable. You always keep focused on the big picture to keep you motivated. You see, now I put here, I finally have time to repair all flower beds. You see, I'm just showing you different pictures, how they go from the left picture to the right picture within 4 to 5 years. Look how beautiful it is on the right side. Like I put here, once you have the foundation of what you want, then you can begin adding plants with different color flowers. Everything that I show are perennials. Because perennials means that all the plants, they come back year after year. That's why when you're going to purchase something, say at Lowe's or at the store, you always purchase perennials because if they don't come back the following year, you get your money back. But all you have to do is save the receipt for a year, and then they guarantee, because I've done it so many times, that they give you the money back, so that way I can keep buying more plants. And the ones that are annuals, they don't have no warranty because they only last about a year, and that's it. So you always purchase perennials when you're going to buy something at Lowe's or at Home Depot because they give you a guarantee. Now you see, look at the palm tree on the left. Look at the palm tree on the right. You see, what was it, like 4 years? Look how fast it begins to grow. And every year your yard should come back to life. You see, every spring, the yard just comes back to life. All the plants that you planted, the year before in the fall, or the previous year, right? Then by the spring, everything begins to blossom again. And I'm going to show you pictures here at the Trans Mountain campus of what we've done here later on this PowerPoint. This here on the left and the right, this is one of my favorite pictures. I was on the roof trying to fix my air conditioner, and I looked down and I said, "This looks wonderful." So compare it to the picture that when I first showed you the transformation, how it went from all like yellow and stuff to something like this. And like I said, I call it the view from above. This is a very beautiful scenery. And like I put here, you can make it happen, create your desired backyard. Do not pay someone to do it for you. Because if you pay somebody, you cannot brag that you did it, right? This way, I always like to share what I've done because I feel proud of what I've done. Okay, that's why I feel satisfied with what I've accomplished. Okay, these are other hobbies that I have, right? Besides gardening, I like to play basketball, and this also is actually like a word problem that I do. How much paint is required to paint the whole concrete, which I'm gonna share with you some word problems that I share with my students, just to let them know that math is everywhere. Even without even thinking, we don't think about math, right? I mean, especially if students they don't enjoy math or they say they don't like math for every reason, right? That's why I'm trying to change how they think about mathematics, because math is everywhere. So then, right, I began to transform also the front yard. There was a huge tree here, so we took it out. You see, it went from the left picture to the right picture. And like I said, at first I didn't know how to lay bricks, right? So these bricks after like a year that I did this flower bed, they begin to fall. But everything is fixable. See the picture on the right. Like I said, you keep focusing on the big picture to keep you motivated. You see, you keep adding plants. Yeah, that's where once you keep adding plants, everything brings back to life because the color of the plants, of the flowers, they're just wonderful. Gives you a sense of peace and relaxation. Like I put here, guys, mathematics is everywhere. See, you keep adding plants. There's also an app. It's called Picture This. The app Picture This. Say you don't know what the name of a plant is or a shrub, whatever it is. You take a picture of it, and the app tells you what it is. It also tells you how to take care of the plant, and it also mentions to you if the plant is in good health or if it needs some kind of attention. That app is wonderful. I think it's like $30 for the whole year, but I think it's worth it if you love to do gardening. It's a wonderful app. Now, so this here, guys, has like a little story. My mom's front yard. My mom, she used to be real active. My mom at that time she was 84 years old, and my mom since I can remember she used to cut the grass of all the neighbors around, and they would pay her. That was her job. She used to love helping out the neighbors too. So they actually offered to pay her for her to cut the grasses. So, but my mom, she broke her wrist, and then after that she wasn't the same no more because she couldn't lift heavy stuff. So I told my mom, and then my mom was always worried about her front yard and her backyard because this yard was eventually real nice. It had grass and everything, but here I began to transform it because I didn't want my mom to worry that who was going to cut the grass and all that stuff. So I said, you know what, Mom, I'm going to fix your yard for you. I'm going to transform it for you. And then she, no, you don't have to, but I said, no, Mom, I will. So anyway, there's a picture in December, right? This is right before COVID, right before COVID. And then here's how it looked like 5 months later. And finally, this was about a year and a half later, but all this work, like I put here, my mom is 84 years old, and I do not want to worry about her front yard. This project took me over a year and a half to complete due to COVID, my job, and the lack of help. During COVID, it was very, very stressful for a lot of people because a lot of people were dying. So a lot of people didn't want to come in contact with other individuals. That's why this project took me almost a year and a half to complete because really, my brother, they would come and help me every once in a while, but really I did it on my own. That's why it took me so long. But like I said, keep your eye on the big picture, right? So I always thought that it was going to look kind of nice. You see, this is a process here. It has the dates and everything, the center blocks. You see, I have like a lot of pictures of going from each steps to step, but I just showed so you guys can have an idea how it's done. First, you lay the cement here like a 4 by 5 inches, right? 4 or 5 inches, and then you put the center blocks on top. You see, notice the yard as it begins to transform. Remember to always focus on the big picture, which will keep you motivated. And then my mom, she also wanted to have me. This was in spring break of 2021, right? That was like on a Monday, I think. I ordered that's called screening. So that way, when you put the black cloths or the black paper, so that way the weeds and crabgrass doesn't come out. I didn't want my mom to help me, but she said, "No, Mijo, let me help you." So I said, "Okay, Mom." So she began, spreading it. Gave her some kind of an easy job to do, and now there she is, very happy. Now she can plant anything she wanted to. I believe she chose to plant onions and garlic. I said, no, Mom, don't plant those. But she told me, hey, because did you do it for me? So it's mine. I can do whatever I want. Right? I said, yeah, Mom, go ahead and plant whatever. See, my mom is very happy now. She can plant whatever she wants. You see, look at the transformation. My mom is real proud of what I did for her because I did it because she was always been there for me, right? The moms are always there for the kids. So as kids, we had to do something for them, especially when they get older. And once you have built a flower bed, you can plant anything you want. Okay, now here's where after that, those was the PowerPoint that I showed to my students. That's how they got encouraged to join the gardening club. At first, it was kind of hard to get the gardening club going because I believe we started in 2021, but I was trying to get access to this courtyard. And like everything, it takes a long time, like a process that we got to follow. And eventually, they finally gave me access to the courtyard. For the students or people that haven't come, attended Trans Mountain, there's a courtyard. You see, surrounded by rooms all over. And right, but there's no way in here. I mean, from the outside, you cannot get in here. You have to come inside the campus and actually go into the courtyard. And now these on the side, they're all offices. For example, my office is in this hallway, room 1107. But the faculty that has these office here, they're saying that they have a gorgeous view now. Okay, but if you notice, when they first gave me access to the courtyard, it was all full of crabgrass and weeds. Crabgrass grows wildly. So we began to transform this area. These are students from the gardening club clearing the weeds and crabgrass. That was in May of 2022. Then after 3 months later, it was like this. It looked like this. But guess what happens? Guess what happened? You see, this is already in October. If you notice, it was all cleared here. But now there's crabgrass growing again and weeds. All these here, guys, these are plants that we planted. It's called Mexican petunia. But the club decided to divide all this section, divided into four parts. And then what I did, I began doing projects with the students. This way, I showed them how to do, how to lay bricks, how to put cement, how to paint, how to put stucco, and all that stuff. They all learned it. And I would ask them, hey guys, what do you think we should do here? To start this project going. And at first, they hardly didn't know what to answer. But after a few projects, they actually began to understand how it is to do an estimate on different projects. But like I put here, guys, you see on the right picture, that is very hard to control weeds and crabgrass. But anyway, we got some funds. I asked the dean here at Trans Mountain, Mr. Webb, and also the Trans Mountain Improvement Team if I could get some funds to start adding plants here. So they granted me some funds. Thanks to them, we were able to put some containers with plants. There's the students in a big container, right? I think they're planting some hibiscus, some alephanias. You see, they're the containers that we purchased. And the students planting plants in the flower pots, right? We purchased 7 planters and many different types of plants to improve the scenery at the courtyard at TM. You see there we started doing that. The planters contain jalapeniers, hibiscus, daylilies, and Kenya bulbs. Those are the plants that the students decide to plant. I ask him, what do you guys want? So they say, hey, Mr. Sassi, let's plant some of that you had on your PowerPoints. Okay. So we started doing that. You see there, the jalapeniers. Now, this is still the 2022. So at times the students that joined the club, they didn't know how to do landscaping or gardening. So they asked me, hey, Mr. Sassi, for whatever you think is good, then we'll do. So you can just lead us. So I said, okay. So I said, how about if we begin to divide this section? You see, divide it here, and maybe here, divide like in four parts. So the plan was to put here like a concrete, like a little slab of concrete, like 4 inches wide, and then so we can lay those center blocks there on top of the concrete. That was the plan. But before we did that, right? they say, what should we plant here? So this is Mexican petunia. This area is all full now. It's all full of Mexican petunia. This one grows like quick, and once it gets big, right, it begins to spit out like a little looks like a little what's it called, well, I don't know the word, but when it gets wet, when it gets wet, it begins to spit out some seeds, and they go everywhere. That's why this area is all full, which I'm going to show you later. And again, the picture, going back to the picture of this app, it informs you how to take care of the plants and how to water them and all that. They also wanted the Kenya lilies, right? The different colors. That's what they chose to plant there. This is called a nice plant. They also wanted that one there. This is a mint. And this is aloe vera. We have all these in the yard and in the courtyard and much more. And this is a hibiscus. Okay, now, this is the second year, which was last year. Okay? As we begin to transform, I went again from the picture, right, so you guys can see where it's at. This is 5/17 of 2022, right? And I believe I already showed this picture. Well, guess what? You see here where we began to transform, and you see we had put like a little slab of cement there, like about 5 inches thick. 5 inches wide. There's students taking out the crabgrass and other stuff. You see we're clearing the area here. This was last year, 3/13, what, about a year ago, last year. Then look how wonderful it looks. You see it was finished in 4/7, but this picture was taken in June of last year. So this is about a year. You see it went from the left picture to the middle picture to the right picture. This was called project number 1. So after we did that project, I would ask the students, how much do you think we would spend on doing something like this? And now this rock that's here, this called river rock, Mr. Lobato was very generous, and he said that ask for permission, because he told me that everything that I do there to ask for permission. But after a while, Mr. Lobato, the physical plan in charge of the physical plan, he told me that, yeah, Mr. Isasi, you're doing a wonderful job here, so just keep doing what you're doing, just keep us posted. So now I feel that we, not that we own this, but I feel like ownership with the courtyard, because myself and the students, we transformed it. And we're trying to get faculty and every employee here at the campus involved, which we started, which I'm going to show you towards the end of the PowerPoint. But anyway, all this rock, we got it from the outside, from the campus here, but it was all on the outside. So we got all that rock, and we put it there like a little river rock here, like a little area. You see, this is project number 2. You see, it was last year in March. You see there the students working. You see we had to put that cloth, right, to prevent weeds and crabgrass to coming out. That was in April. That was about a year ago. That's the way it looked. Here's when we finished. It was April 7th of 2023. But this picture was taken in 18 because when we first planted this, all these plants were very small. So I wanted to take like a update picture. So all this are the actual dates, because I took a picture from my phone and then I could see the date. You see the second year continues. This is project number 3. This here, guys, were these are the members that helped. And this here, guys, was only like for show, because students wanted to learn how to put little dividers of a center block. So I did it just for show here. You see where the water comes out there, where the water hose is. We began doing to add some kind of color to the color, and also landscaping to the courtyard. You see there the members, Andy and Sally Mae, painting the covers, and that's how it looks. When people come here to the courtyard, they assume that all this was already there, because we match the color for the roof, and we match the stucco. It matches. So when people come out here and that they had never been here before, they assume that, because they say, was this already here? It goes, because it looks like if it was already here. No. And that's why I show them the before pictures. That way they know how much we have accomplished here at the Trans Mountain campus. You see, that's why I took the picture, the date. And oh, and going back, let me go back real quick. This is all mint. You see that they decided to put mint there. Now here's Andy again. Andy's a freaking contributor. So here, this is also we're doing that part there. You see, is divided into parts, and every student from the club they're responsible for each section. They didn't choose what to be responsible for, but we just drew names. So students are responsible for each section. Again, there's a date. There's how it looked, right? And here's how it looks now. To me, guys, every time that I go to the courtyard, it just gives me a sense of peace and relaxation. To me, I don't want to leave. I just love it here at the courtyard because it looks very, very relaxation and people are actually coming out to the courtyard because in the past hardly nobody came out here, and now it's one of the main attractions here at the campus. Look at this one here. This is one of my favorites. See, there's nothing here, right? All crabgrass, and here are the students actually working, trying to take out here. They're working here in this area here, trying to take out the crabgrass and all that stuff. And here are the pieces of 2x4s, right? That we're going to start putting the cement here, guys, right there and here. Look how it looks now, guys. Isn't it amazing? It went from the left to the middle to the right, and this is the way it looks kind of now, also, even though this has been like a year ago. Okay, and all these are projects that, for example, this is a project that we did, and the students can now calculate how much material it's going to take, how much it's going to cost us. And maybe you're thinking about, because right now when I put cost, maybe you're thinking about where do we get the money? Okay, every year the Student Government Association they throw like a banquet every first, I think, Wednesday of May. And you get points by donating food to the pantry, to the food pantry, for that Tejano food pantry. And then you also get points by doing community service and stuff. So I'm so happy that without even knowing, when the first year that we were there, we won the first prize, which was $1,500. No, it was $2,000 for first place. You get first place $2,000, second place $1,500, and third place you get $1,000. So the first year we won $2,000, and we were so happy because now we had funds to construct all this, because all this is funded by us. Nobody has put in. Well, the dean here at TM, Mr. Webb, Dean Webb, he purchased. I mean, he gave us the first $400 to start, but everything else has come from our hard work, from volunteering and trying to get the most points. You see, this one here is also. We decided to put like slab over here too at the end, because if we don't do that in the future, maybe the water can begin to leak into the building. So that's why we put some cement, also a wall there in the back. This is this lady here, Christina. She works at the Writing Center. She was very helpful because during the summer, I couldn't wait for the meetings to start. I mean, once a month, because if we would have waited, we would never finish. Imagine meeting once a month and doing all this. That's why I was here almost every day, because I was working in the summer. So I just stayed extra, and people helped me out. I would send messages to the students. To the members. Like I would say something like, "Hey guys, today I'll be at the courtyard putting cement or laying bricks or doing something. You guys want to learn? Show up." Yeah, and they will show up. You see, looks now. Now this is project number 7. You see, this is Zach and Christina again, and that's how it looks. You see what a transformation. Now this one here is one of my favorite ones, because I had asked permission to put a palm tree here, for here 2 palm trees, but they said that no, that we couldn't, because in the future it will be kind of hard to maintain. So I said okay. So then I told my students, "Hey guys, what should we do here, guys?" I said, "This is probably the last project for the courtyard, for this section here. So let's go out with a bang. Let's do something unique and different." So sure enough, right, we came up with some ideas. And this is what we decided to come out. There's me and Zach again. We're working there, right? It's already cleared. And these bushes, right? We cut them as, like they look like bonsai trees now. Okay, so there's myself and Zach working. I think this was towards 5 or 6 in the afternoon on last June. And here how it looks. You see, it went from the left picture to the middle, and here how it looks now. Now there's more plants growing there. Now, Andy, one of the members, because here they had put this wall there, this little cement wall. I believe the physical plant did that like a year before that, because they wanted in the future for the wall not to go inside the building. So then Andy gave me this wonderful idea. He said, and we put it to the vote for the members, and they all agreed. They said, Mr. Sassi, how about if we change that too, because that looks it doesn't match the surrounding. And then I asked, hey Andy, what do you guys want to do? So how about if we put more of those bricks here on top, and then we put stucco, on the bottom here. So okay, let's do that then. You see here we started to lay the bricks here. They're the members, and that's the way it looked. Now this area is the only area that we lack, because let me go back real quick. That's the area that we lack, because right now we run out of funds. We only have like $39. Every club is awarded $300 in their account, but the thing is that that money we have to pay it back. They have to pay it back. The clubs, they have to do fundraisers or something like that. But the students, from the club, they, instead of doing fundraisers, they like to try to win the every year some kind of money. And last year we won $1,000. So we won 2,000 and 1,000. We got first place and third place. So we already spent about $3,700 there. And the other, we also donated some plants to the writing center because it was brand new. So the students and I, we agreed, right? We voted to give him like $300. So I purchased some plants for the writing center. So eventually we spent like almost $2,700 on all the materials. And here how is the math related to mathematics? The gardening related to mathematics. For example, here is all these are 16 by 16 squares, right? So how much will it cost to purchase all these bricks here, or for a project like this? So first you have to measure, right? So when I measure, this is from a house, and measure like 21 feet, going sideways, like from length from there all the way to the front where the basketball court is. It was 21 feet 6 inches, and the width is 6 feet 11 inches. So since bricks, right, are measured in inches, we have to convert everything to inches. Here's the solution. And then after that, right, we know that, for example, 21 feet 6 inches is 258 inches. So we divide by 16 because each one of these bricks is 16 by 16. So it comes out to 16 bricks and the remainder of 2 inches. And right, and here for number 2, right, the width is going to be what, 6 feet 11 inches is 83 inches. So eventually, if we divide by 16, it's going to give us 5, remainder of 3. So we have to buy 16 bricks and 5 bricks here, right, with a remainder. But now, see, 2 inches is real easy to hide because I wanted to make all these lines, right, even from the bricks. So 2 inches is real easy to hide length width from 21 feet, right, is real easy to hide. But 3 inches is kind of hard to hide coming across. So I got creative. On the right picture, you see I bought these. These are 2 inches. That way I only have an inch to actually or try to hide. So this was real easy because I will get creative as I went along. So anyway, here's the total money that I spent, but that was back then, like in 2000 something, right? 2013 or 14. Back then, one of these bricks was $3.18. Now it's worth about almost $5, like 4 something. So anyway, this is how much it came out without the tax. Here's another problem, right? For example, this one, I will tell the students what do you think is required to buy all the material for this project? So you have to measure. So these are the type of problems that I give to my students, right? That way they know that everything that you do, like construction or gardening, requires mathematics. You see, I think I have like 5 minutes to 6 minutes, so let me go a little bit faster. Here's another one here. How much paint is required to paint the slab of cement to make the basketball court? And also the 3.9 measures 19 feet 9 inches. What's the best strategy to construct the 3.9? So here, guys, we use semicircle, right? We get a string. I got a string from here to the 19 feet 9 inches, and then I just went all the way around. Right? And this is the radius. This is how you relate it to mathematics. Now, this is the balls from the Kenya lily. You see here was actually an experiment. We started with 2 bulbs. That was the spring break of 2022. And then you put them in soil, and then you water them every other day. And from here we're going to come up with an exponential function. You see, so we took him out what like 5 months later, right? And then we had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We had about 7, but some of these have you see, for example, this one here is going to be another one, and also here. So we say 8 after 5 months. So from here we can get an exponential function, and then we can predict or estimate how many bulbs or how many Kenya lilies we're going to have at any given month. So here's my exponential function, and here's how we get the solution. Okay, I'm going to go like a little bit quick because there's some more slides that I want to show. Okay, but from here, guys, we come out with a function, exponential function, and we can predict or estimate how many bulbs we're going to have at any given month. And I'm going a little bit quick, but I apologize for that because I'm trying to get through all the slides that I have here. But anyway, guys, this was my formula. We came out with 2. That's my A is 2, my B is 4 to the 1/5 power. When you multiply times the T, right, 1/5 times the T will give us T over 5. So that's my formula. Now we can predict at any given month. So for example, from March, when we started to November was about 8 months. That's why we're going to plug in 8 for T, and we can plug it in, right? And we can get how many plants we're going to get. So from 2, 5 months later, now you have 18. So imagine if you have 4, it'll double. If you have 6, it'll triple. That's how those Kenya lilies, they actually grow exponentially. And right now, at the moment, we also have an experiment done with 2 of my classes for the 1324 class. One class had planted 3 bulbs, and the other one had planted 4. I think it was like 2 months ago when school started. So we have plans to go next week or in 2 weeks and see how many they're there, and they're going to come up with a applications problem. That way, they know exactly how it works. You see, here's another math problem. What's required to actually do all this? Okay, like I said, I'm going to go a little bit quicker now. And also, here's another one here. How much will it cost us to go from here to the picture on the right? And this is a Fibonacci sequence, which I'm going to skip. But if you download this PowerPoint, here it tells you what Fibonacci numbers are. Okay. But I'm going to go a little bit quick, guys, because it's almost time, and I want to get to some of the pictures that we have now at Trans Mountain with the people working. I mean, students working and also faculty working here. You see this also oleanders, and like I said, please download the PowerPoint. That way you can have access to it, and you can go through it at your own time, maybe much at a slower pace. But these are oleanders, right? You cut a clipping, you put them in water, and they begin to grow. You see, here's the process. And there in the video, YouTube, it shows you, that's where I got it from. You see here the roots, right? You put them in water and they begin to root, and then you have there like more oleanders. I think I cut 10 and 5 came out, so 50%. That's another math problem you can use. You see, there they are. And here are the websites where you can cut cuttings from hibiscus or also from the oleander plant. Okay, I'm going a little bit quick now because there are some pictures that I want to get to. Check this out, guys. After after we had done the project last year, right? I did a proposal. I put in for a proposal to get a gazebo because last summer it was real hot, and the gazebo, right? The proposal was accepted. And then the person in charge of the physical plant, he mentioned, Mr. Isasi, you've done a wonderful job here. So if the committee accepts your proposal, I'll purchase the furniture for you. So we're waiting for the physical plan to purchase this furniture for us. The gazebo has already been installed. It was installed here. I wish I would have taken pictures, but I haven't had time to update this PowerPoint. But anyway, guys, these are all the people that kind of helped. This is my friend Jesus. You see, he was always helping me during the summer. He would get out work and begin helping me on his lunch break. He would actually he would say, hey, what, I have half an hour during my lunch. I can help you. So he was real helpful. There's the students from the gardening club helping out. And this is also an instructor from Valle Verde. Her name is Wendy. She will come and help out too on Wednesdays. There's my wife. She also helped out. I put them to water, gave them something light for them to do. This is Ms. Barrientos. She also helped. What I did here, guys, I will ask the faculty, hey, guys, you want to be part of this? Because Andy, he said that there was like a movement because everybody was into the gardening now. And he said, hey, Mr. Assi, this is like a movement. I said, what do you mean a movement? Yeah, everybody is interested. So then what I decided was that I would call on faculty, custodians, whoever wanted to be part of this, if they wanted to plant a plant. That way they can have ownership. And this way they will come and actually plant a plant. This way they can say that that's her plant. For example, Ms. Barrientos, she can say that's her plant. You see there the people helping out. Let me go a little bit quicker. You see there was a lot of people that were involved. There's Mr. Clark. He's a good friend of mine. He came from VV to actually plant a plant. Now he can take ownership of that plant. There's also Brenda, and these people here, guys, work for the dean. I think she already went to VV. But anyway, they planted those plants there. And her name is Blanca. All right, let me go back real quick. There's another, there's Elizabeth. She also works there. That's her plant that she planted. There's Velia, Irene, and her daughter. They came. You see, all these people were involved. And there's my wife and Hortensia. She also works there at VV. She's retired. This is Blanca Lopez. She's from Pearson. She also wanted to be part of this. The staff, you see, they all came and took ownership. Employees. All these are the two other members. That's Christina again. You see, they're all being part of this. There's Gabriel from VV. This is Pat. She already retired. There's Reina. She was the person in charge of the gardening club. And also, this is Sue. She's my neighbor here. She's our counselor. They began bringing their kids here because they were interested also planting. So Sue brought her kids, and they planted that one. There's Patricia. She came and she planted a plant there too, right? My family. This is my family. My grandkids came from Florida, so I took him to the gardening to the Trans Mountain courtyard, and they loved it. So they also began planting stuff. There's my son. I showed him how to plant. My daughter. There's also my grandkid. He wanted to use a blower to blow some of the dirt and some of the weeds. I mean the weeds that we pulled out. My mom. She also came on Mother's Day. My mom donated a whole bunch of plants. She donated all these plants here. This is called the ice plant. So I told her. So I said, hey, Mom, you want to be in the PowerPoint? She said, sure. And then also my sister. She donated this little shed here. These are the students that put it up. Hey guys, thank you. I know that I went a little bit late, but here at Trans Mountain, we have now somebody told me, Ms. Trevino, she said, you know what, Mr. Isasi, you have brought community here. I said, what do you mean community? Because now everybody seems like they're more united. They're more united here at Trans Mountain because everybody wants to be part of this. And I just wanted to share what we have done with faculty, and that way they can have ownership too. And I just love it. Love what we've done here at the campus. And they have asked me if I wanted to do something at other campuses. I said yeah, but they have to supply the funds, and we'll see how we can start it. I want to thank you guys for.
Hey, Mr. Azasi. So there's a few questions. So if anyone is interested in joining the gardening club, send you an email?
Yeah. See me. I think on the PowerPoint there's my phone number or my phone, or they can call me direct.
Mm-hmm.
Send me a text message or my email and say that you're interested. And then once you're interested, I can add them to the list. And I mean this way they can actually join the club, and I can show them how to do stuff and share plans with them. Hey guys, also guys, please don't forget to do the summative. I know they're the same questions, but if you have a different opinion or a different answer to what you answered on, I mean, the first time. With my students, I did this like at the beginning of school, and now when I show them how to, I mean, go back to the garden, I'm gonna, I mean, for them to take the summative. But for you guys, it was kind of quick, right? It was only like 50 minutes. So please answer the summative survey, please, for me. Going back to you, Patricia, what other questions do you have?
So if somebody wanted to volunteer to keep up the Trans Mountain Garden, what
Yeah.
times do you recommend they come?
Well, they can come. They can because I'm always out there. If what I do, they can come at their own time. And if I'm out here, I can show them. But if they call me or they send me a text, I can get with them. That way, I can be here. Because what I do here, I mean, during my office hours, I take all my work home. My work like reading papers, I do it at the house. This way, I have time here for the students. I mean, for office hours. But at times I'm here and I'm caught up, I just go outside and begin doing stuff. But I always leave a sign at my door where I'm at. That way they can find me. And most of the times, people find me there at the courtyard, actually doing something there, keeping it up. But to answer your question, Patricia, tell them to send me an email or a text when they want to come. And this way, I'll make sure that I'm here. That way, I can share what I know with them and maybe give them some plans.
Got you. And of course, this is family friendly, right? If we wanted
Oh
to
yeah,
volunteer on the Saturday.
yeah. You guys can come. Bring your parents, bring your mom, bring your sisters. I don't care. Just bring anybody you want. This is for everybody, not only for us here. The Trans Mountain Gardening Club is for everybody to enjoy. And hopefully we'll get the furniture soon. That way it'll look much nicer. Any more questions, Patricia?
Sorry about that. My connection dropped a little bit.
That's okay.
So the last question I'd like to ask is, are you going to have an event for maybe when y'all have the gazebo and everything set up, or?
Well, yeah. I'm thinking about. I don't know. Hopefully, I mean Dean Webb. I mean the dean's here, Dean Webb and Dean Mann. I mean I think they want to have something like that, but I can keep you guys posted. The gazebo's already been up. They already installed it, and it looks real nice, guys. It looks like real nice. And now we're waiting for the furniture to arrive. Once it arrives, then maybe we can throw like some kind of welcoming or I mean I don't know something some kind of opening or something, and then and if we win the right, I mean, we're planning on winning first, second, and third place again this May. If we do, the first thing the kids want to do, I mean the students from the members, they want to buy a grill. Maybe we can throw some hamburgers and hot dogs and invite whoever wants to come. That's if we win because we'll have fun. But if we don't,
Wow,
then we'll see what happens.
that sounds awesome. Is there any other plans to maybe extend beyond the Trans Mountain campus?
Well, eventually, it's because right now, if I do extend it, say to Valle Verde, there has to be somebody there that's in charge. I mean, somebody that can help me, because here it was really easy for me to start this project and also to finish it, because I'm here. This is my home campus. Now, if I go to Valle Verde, right, I'm going to be driving all the way, which I don't mind. But the thing is that there's faculty has to be involved there too. That way they can do some of the work when I can go. Because I am at times I'm kind of busy, but I will make all the effort to actually start another or extend the gardening club to VV. That's really one of my goals. I want to do that.
That's awesome. So you're saying that if someone is interested in starting one at BV or at their campus, you'd be willing to help out and help them get started? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I can show them what to do and everything, and then I can actually, I mean, I'll ask the students from I mean, the members if they want to go over there, have meetings at different campuses. That's a good idea to start something like this, because eventually, guys, I just love what I do. I mean, I love gardening, I love mathematics. Those are my two passions, and I don't mind giving away things like plants from here. I mean, sharing with other campuses, because the plants that are here, some of them grow exponentially, so we can start, I mean, giving some bulbs away. So they can start even at their houses or at the campus, and but I'm willing to do whatever it takes to actually start. I'm going to extend the gardening club to other campuses.
That's awesome. So at this time, does anyone have any more questions for Mr. Azasi? Okay. All
Thank you,
right.
Liz.
Thank you, Mr. Azasi. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, ma'am, I can.
Oh,
Thank you.
okay. I don't see any more questions, but I do want to thank you for your presentation today, full of lovely, wonderful plants, and really cool ideas for things we can do and projects we can start. Really exciting.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So I just wanted to say thank you. I would like to thank everyone for coming today, and we hope you have a wonderful weekend. Before we let you go, please make sure you do that summative assessment that I posted in the chat. That's for Mr. Azasi's project. And then while you're looking at that, let me go ahead and invite you to next week's sessions. So for next week, Happy Math Hour at 11 a.m. We will have Math 1314. We'll be going over basic matrix operations and using matrix operations. For Math 1324, we'll be going over sets. And then at the 1 o'clock session, we're going to have we're going to have student success with Pulse Radio and the Eureka Club. And so please join us next week, and we hope you have a wonderful weekend.